This week's episode of The Grid is sponsored by Impix. Shoot today, upload tonight, we ship tomorrow. Manfrotto. Imagine more. On One Software that gets you back to shooting. Adorama, more than a camera store. And Tiffin, helping create the world's greatest images.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another live episode of The Grid. This week's topic is, why are so many Belgian photographers so bad?
What's wrong with
What's wrong with Belgian photographers?
We bring rain to Florida.
They do.
Well, we're just kidding. We're very, very fortunate to have Bert Stephani here, who is from Belgium, and he's a photographer. Bert, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And you know, now I detect an accent. You're originally from Texas?
Not really, no.
No, not really. No. Well, we're glad to have you here. You're in town, and you know, of course, any cool photographer comes anywhere near our studio, we force them to come on The Grid.
Yeah, you're teaching a workshop down in Miami, is it?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach.
So that's
Yep.
coming up this weekend.
That is this weekend. We got a lecture on Friday, and then a 2-day workshop on Saturday and Sunday. And if you allow me, there's still some spots available.
Is there?
Oh, sure. Where can they find out?
I think it is on my buddy Flavio Martin's website, which is flavioxmartins.com. And otherwise, people can probably find me on Twitter, on Facebook, to ask about a free spot.
All right.
Awesome.
Now, so Bert, have you ever been to West Palm Beach before?
No, this is my first time in the U.S.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I've been there many times, and let me tell you something. If there's a city in Florida that hates Belgians, I think it's West Palm Beach.
Everywhere we go in Florida, it rains, so I think Florida hates us. So.
No, well, I hope that you get better weather. This is like been pretty cruddy weather here lately. But thank you for being here, and of course, all joking aside, I love Belgium. I've been there numerous times. And the last time I went, you and I have both been to Bruges. Mm-hmm. Is that we're pronouncing that right, Bruges?
Yeah, we say.
Is it with the S or without the S? I never.
In French, it's Bruges, and in Dutch, it's Brugge.
Bruges it is. So,
speaking about Dutch, can I just say hi to my kids because they should be in bed
of course,
by
absolutely.
now. So, what camera am I on? That one?
You look at the one with the red light.
Yeah. So, Koba, Maya en Noah, jullie moeten al lang in jullie bed liggen en jullie verstaan toch geen Engels, dus slaap wel en tot binnen een week.
I know what he just said.
Yeah,
He just said, stop playing the Xbox.
Brush
your teeth.
Don't use the new maps on Call of Duty.
Don't use the new maps on Call of Duty. Brush your teeth and go to bed.
No, I just told them not to do any HDR.
Oh, that's cool. That's cruel. All right. So, hey, we have a great show for you guys today. Today is our blind critique show. Hundreds of photographers have submitted their work, and we're going to be looking at travel and landscape. Now, I don't know if you caught the one a month ago where Joe McNally came in and did portrait critiques with us.
I did, yeah.
Was that unbelievable?
It was very, very interesting to see his point of view and taking it apart. And yeah,
it was incredible. It was the most eye-opening thing. We've rebroadcasted, of course, right here on the site that you're watching it at. If you get a chance, go back. And so this week we're doing travel and landscape shots. And now you're a portrait photographer, so you're perfect for this.
Yeah, perfect.
We planned it well.
Yeah.
We planned it well.
I use landscapes as backdrops for portraits, so and I travel to do portraits.
That's cool. And so I don't want to pull this on my video team right yet, but was there someplace later we can go in the show and look at your work? Do you have a website where your portfolio is at?
Yep, that's bertstefani.com.
There you go. Oh God, they're ready with it.
There it is.
Oh,
That's
you guys stink. Oh, look. Yeah. Can you hit a portfolio thing?
Is your DVD on there too, Bert?
No, DVD is not on there. That's on motivationallight.com.
Okay.
But that is
I
an
watched
image.
your DVD.
That is an
Nice.
image from the DVD.
Yeah,
So,
I watched the DVD. I liked it very much.
Yeah, click on some more images. Yeah, that button right there.
That's your brother. I shot in Belgium.
Oh, my Belgian brother. There we go. Very nice. Good stuff.
Thank you.
That's Brad. That's Brad. That's Brad. More Brad.
Well,
Very good
part
stuff.
of that
Very
wasn't
cool.
Brad.
That's not Brad. That's Brad. All right, anyway, hey, good to have you here on the show, and thank you for helping us out with the critiques today. I'd also like to say there's someone else helping us out on the show today. Standing in for Nancy Massey, but every bit as French, as in not at all. Mr. Pete Collins.
Ha bonjour.
Bonjour, Monsieur Pete.
Sorry to let you down. No interesting costume today, but I did draw a couple of French items, the chapeau and the poodle. But also to make up for that lameness, I brought out my fancy lightsaber.
Oh, that is nice.
Oui,
I like
oui.
the sound.
That's all French right there.
Dude, that couldn't be more French.
Sable de lumière.
Sacré bleu. Ha ha.
He actually does speak French.
Yeah.
I just speak Pepe Le Pew.
I like your accent better than mine.
Did anybody see that? There's a commercial out right now where a girl says something and he says, well, where'd you hear that? And she goes, I heard it on the internet. And he's like, you know, not everything you hear on the internet's true. And she's like, it's not. And then he's like, what are you waiting for? She's like, oh, I got a blind date with a guy, and on the internet he's from France or whatever. And this guy comes walking down, and he's obviously not. And he goes, oh crap, what is he? And nobody else saw this commercial, did they? Because I have the worst memory in the world. I can't remember what he says.
It doesn't matter. They've all gone off talking about Star Wars right now. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
I can't remember what he says. Come on, somebody's had to see
All
this
right.
commercial.
Also helping us
I'll
out today
remember
on the
it
set,
eventually.
DJ Brad Moore is here helping us moderate comments as well as Pete is. Hey, I want to tell you a couple of things real quick. First off, this Monday, so this coming Monday, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Go Scott. Go Scott.
I'm doing my Photoshop for photographers, so if you want to come out and join me in Nashville, you can come out and hang out. Oop, my thing quit. Hold on, I have to relaunch something. But anyway, so that's this Monday, and then the following week, I'm going to be in Philadelphia and then New York City with my Photoshop for Photographers tour. So I hope you come out and join the fun. I'll be covering the new stuff in Photoshop CS6, but all, other stuff too. But it's all for photographers. It's all for love. So I hope you'll come and check that out. Also, so Friday, this coming Friday, 2 days from now, depending on when you're watching this. Oh yeah, go to Kelby Training Live. That's where you'd go. Register and find out and all. It's $99 for the day.
Yeah.
$79 if you're an ad member. Cool. Going to be a blast. So Friday I'm launching a class that I did a travel photography class. It is approximately 5 hours long, but it is a 2-part class. We're releasing both parts on Friday. And it is, the first part of the class is actually on location shooting travel photography. The second part of the class is post-processing with Lightroom and Photoshop. It's the full workflow. I do everything from all the camera raw stuff that's in Lightroom.
And the pictures you took, so it's like the
with the pictures that you saw in the first part. Yeah, we process in the second part. And we do everything from panos to HDRs, but not the over-the-top crazy HDRs, how to make your HDRs look really, really good. Then I did, let's see what we did. We did everything from the new photo books in Lightroom 4. Did a whole photo book from scratch, and it's a lot of meat.
I've already seen part of it, dude, and it's over the top. People are gonna go crazy over it.
Well, I want to show you. I have a 1-minute commercial that our team put together for Steve in our video department. Did a great job, and it's kind of fun. So I'm gonna show you the commercial. It's just 60 seconds. So check it out. Here we go. And we'll be back in just a second.
Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue à Paris. Poulet, pommes frites et jambon. La donne, la tête, la pillée. Je suis fatigué. Voulez manger la fromage. La voiture, elle pour rapide, cloque monsieur. Monsieur Beaujolais avec fâche. Je suis fatigué. Vraiment, j'ai la fromage. La voiture est pour la rapide, cloque monsieur. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. Au revoir. La fromage.
So there you have it.
I like the end.
La fromage. Hey, it's going to be announced Friday. So this is the sneak peek. I won't officially announce it until Friday on my blog, but it goes live sometime on Friday. I'm not quite sure when because no one tells me anything.
It's gonna kill though, dude.
I'm excited about it. I hope you'll if you're a Kelby Training subscriber, I think you'll get a kick out of it if you're into
This is one
travel
of
photography.
the classes that you've been most excited about too. Like,
It is.
Out of every class that I've seen you do, the composition one and this one
And this
are
one,
two
yeah.
of the ones I've seen you most
I am. 'Cause
excited.
it's all very meaty. It's not theoretical. It's all do this, do that,
Yeah.
bang, 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 with a lot of research and stuff behind it. I think you'll have fun with it, and it's not a lot of goofing around and stuff. Even though we're in France, I had so much to cover, I didn't have time to goof. But here we've got plenty of time.
Hey, before we move on,
Yes.
Pete, just let me know at the break here that it was a State Farm commercial, and the guy at the end he walks up and he says bonjour, but he walks up, he's like bonjour. And so,
Ooh, so you realize
the
he's
whole
not
thing.
really
it was
French.
anyway. I know it's not funny anymore. But
No. Hey, now can I ask you something? And this is from my video crew. So we have a monitor where we can see ourselves in here. We try not to look at. We try to actually look at the camera. But if you see us kind of looking off to the side, that's us looking at it. But is the camera crooked? Because it looks like the set is tilting, going like that way
Here,
towards
no.
Bert. Is it not crooked?
lean to the right.
Meredith. So our floor director's looking at me like.
I think
is
if
it-
y'all all lean,
Is it? Oh, the screen went black. That's nice. So, oh, there it is. Is it crooked?
Lean.
Yeah, it's got to be. Look at the desk. No. Look at the desk. It keeps going away. Look at the left side of the desk and how many dots there are, and look at the right side. The whole thing's tilted. It's not the TV. She says it's the TV. It's not like you turn your TV and it's, forget it. Anyway.
You know what it is? Bert's just a heck of a lot taller than all of us.
Or heavier, so the whole set.
No,
He's
it's the
6'5".
taller thing.
He's 6'5".
Are you 6'5"?
Yes, he's 6'5".
Let's sit taller.
I'll set like this.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we've got we're going to start our blind critiques. We have a lot we want to get through, so we're going to do that. But stick around. We'll be live. Oh, we have giveaways and stuff. We'll talk about those as soon as we get back. Don't go away. We're live right here. Bert is with us on the grid.
I can't wait to do this again.
And we are back. So we're going to do our blind critiques. You just saw the Photoshop World ad that just ran just a moment ago.
They should go.
You should go. But we're going to give away a full conference pass to Photoshop World Las Vegas, which is coming up first week of September. So, Pete, write that down.
I
We're
wanna
giving
have
away.
Bert wants to win.
You want to win?
I want to win. Yep.
And so the fix is in. So, also, we're going to give away my brand new book. Do we have a copy of my book?
I'm pretty sure we will soon.
I bet when it appears. So we're going to give away a copy of my brand new book. My book just came out, the Photoshop CS6 book for digital photographers. Just came out. It was just available on Amazon like yesterday. Barnes & Noble will have it any day. They didn't quite have it yet. Oh, here it comes. Watch, a hand will appear. Watch, magically, boom, there it is.
I'll hold it, you talk.
There it is. So the Photoshop CS6 book for digital photographers just came out. All the new stuff in CS6. Bunch
love
of
the
stuff
cover.
in there. Thank you.
Awesome cover.
Thanks. That's on the cover. That's our buddy
Eddie.
Eddie's insane. Eddie can do crazy
Oh my
things.
God. Well, So this shot where Eddie is, we drove up a mountain,
All right.
dropped Eddie off, and what did it take? Like another 5-10 minutes to drive down the mountain in crazy amounts of snow.
Yep.
And you're like, well, where's the slope that Eddie's come down? And like, the guys that we're with are like, there's no ski slopes here. He's making his way through.
Yeah, he just kind of makes his way through the mountain.
And then all of a sudden we hear this voice and we look up and he's just submerged in snow.
So he comes, so we're standing we have our tripod set up, we're standing on the ground, we're shooting Eddie. Eddie comes right beside us, jumps off onto the concrete.
Yeah.
And just boom, lands beside us. And we're like, where was
It
this?
all happened so fast.
It happened so fast. We're like, oh my, it was startling. Okay, so let's start. So we're looking at, these are blind critiques. Unless you put a watermark on here, we won't know who we're looking at. I do want to give you our standard disclaimer. What we're doing here, because everybody, if you put your images on Flickr, people line up to tell you it's wonderful. If you put a picture of your foot and it's blurry, they'll say brilliant, amazing, inspired. So we're just going to give you how we see it as truthful as we can be. We're not trying to be mean. We're not trying to kick you. We're trying to help you. So we're going to give ideas when we can on how to make it better. But there's no sense in us just going, oh man, you're great, because you already hear that all day long on every social media.
We talked about this at one point too. We figure at this point, if you're sending it in, you've already heard nice things about it.
Right.
Somebody's already said something nice. So, just go.
Okay, here we go. First one. I'm not sure what this is, but I like it. It looks like a creepy alien thing.
Looks like some kind of statue or something.
Yeah, it looks like a statue someplace with a really weird thing in the middle.
Is it flipped?
I was wondering if it was flipped because the hands up top look like it's flipped. Yeah, it's got to be mirrored like a John Paul thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would say here is it looks like it needs a levels adjustment.
Yeah.
It looks like, I can just jump over to camera raw here real quick. It just looks like it needs some contrast. A little bit of contrast, maybe a little bit of highlights.
Whites and
some
blacks.
clarity, something like that. So it just looked a little flat to me. I would just tweak it a little like that. But I like the shot. I think it's a very good photo.
I think if you get like a vignette kind of thing on the top part of it. It's just darker. It's maybe not an artificial vignette.
That's actually good.
And I like to see that more mirrored in the bottom part, and that makes the image a bit more balanced because it's very symmetrical. And
it is
if
very
you
symmetrical.
Add a bit of darkness
because that
on
thing
the
at the
bottom
top is
corners.
weird.
The thing on the top, that looks to me more balanced.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
You've already paid for yourself. Okay, here we go. So look, here's a before and after. That's adding a little vignetting around.
Yeah.
So to kind of focus the attention a little better.
Yeah, maybe you should add, if that was possible in camera raw, you could do a bit less vignetting on top because there's a natural darker part on the top corners. But
yeah, I mean, you could do it with the gradient tool, I guess.
That's one of my favorite tools in Lightroom.
I know,
by the way.
it rocks. Let me just reset, and I guess you could go to the gradient tool, pull down the exposure, and it would do darker up here, and then, lighter maybe there. So let's hide the. Is that more like what you're thinking?
I would do like 2 gradients from the corners up.
Oh,
something like that.
I shouldn't have changed tools.
Dude, I have the best tip for this.
Okay.
Paint the whole image black and just pop in an eraser.
Okay, so here's what Matt's got he does have a great tip for this. Now let me get rid of the gradient.
Turn into
here.
a camera raw.
Yeah, sorry, now it's a camera raw tutorial. So Matt's tip, which is terrific, which is this, is to go in here, turn off the auto mask, right?
Get a big brush.
Get a big brush and paint over the whole thing really dark. And by really dark, I mean we're going to go darker than that. But that's the basics.
It's camera raw.
I think I've killed my mistake. Okay, too big a brush. All right, here we go. Then what you do is this. Let's make it darker. Then you go and hold the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on PC. Make your feather big.
Big brush.
Make your brush size large. And what you're going to do, holding Option on Mac, Alt on PC, is just click over where you want the light.
Yep.
So you
now I've learned something.
Hey, all right. So that's kind of a way to relight the thing afterwards. And so here's a before and after now with the relighting, where you can kind of put the light where you want it. Okay,
that's a cool
but
trick.
I still like the
that's a good
shot.
picture.
Next shot. Okay, here's more of a traditional landscape. I think this is a beautiful shot. if I had to say anything about it, it would be that the horizon line is a little towards the middle. I would like to see it in a little better spot, but
You
let's
could crop it from the bottom left or the top.
that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So let's say that I would crop it probably maybe
Yep.
this way.
Perfect, right there.
And so now you have the horizon line down a third, so it's in a more interesting place, and it has more dynamics to it.
But you kind of lose the light.
The reflection over here.
In the clouds, you kind of lose. I would put it a bit more to the left, maybe, but
All right, well, we can do that.
or maybe make like a more
How's that?
horizontal
Yeah.
frame, like a 1-2 or something.
Well, here's what I might do, if I may. May I?
You may.
I might do my famous
Ooh.
cinematic crop, 2.39 to 1, and then make it into a kind of fake pano, like that.
Yeah.
How's that? I like that better. Now let's open the image, and then we can put it in Photoshop and give it the full love it deserves. There we go. But still a good shot.
It's
Yeah.
a good shot.
Good photographer we have here. All right. Let me just escape out of this, and let's go to the next shot.
I'm not feeling it.
It's not a landscape shot. It's
probably
all right.
travel.
That's all right. It doesn't take me anywhere. You know what I mean? As far if it's a travel shot, it doesn't take me to Istanbul. It doesn't take
Yeah.
me to, it's just, this could be shot in Cincinnati. It
Oh,
could
yeah.
be shot in your hometown. But it's not, it's artistically, it's kind of, I would have to say this is almost a fine art type of shot?
It's interesting, but just not quite there, I
Yeah,
think. So-
yeah. And this is a great location, and it's kind of a good shot. I like that they have a big foreground thing. That's good. They got a nice wide sweeping. This is one that is it's a good shot, so I don't want to be too critical about
Yeah.
it. It's just suffering from time of day.
Dude, I would love to be there at sunrise or
Or
sunset.
sunset. If you had shot
that looks
it
like an amazing
at-
location.
At one of the two times that landscape shots rule, which is
yeah. Sunrise?
sunrise or sunset, somewhere around those times. Beautiful light happens at those two times. This is a beautiful
I would
location.
love to be there. Yeah.
If you both say that I would love to be there at sunrise or sunset, whatever, then I think the picture already worked because you want to be there, and that's what travel photography is supposed to be
To do,
about.
yeah.
So to me, that shot kind of works because I also
No,
I
it
want-
does. It does kind of work.
it's-
I agree.
I don't want to
It-
walk up there, but I want to be there. But
And
I want to have
what-
a helicopter gently
Yeah,
land
that-
right next door.
And so if, just to kind of help people out, if you're ever wondering, we don't make it a habit of saying this is what you're listing everything that's good. But one of the things that was really good about that is it had foreground. You
Yes,
had
it
a
did.
place to stand, and then you can see this vast area behind it, and that really helps out a photo.
Kevin Fischel wrote in, Scott, you have something against Cincinnati? Yes, I do. No, Cincinnati's a wonderful town. I've been there numerous times. I just picked a random city. Hey, did you notice they kind of straightened the desk? They straightened the camera?
Yeah.
Or they tilted the thing. All right, so we're on to the next one. So
Bad HDR.
bad.
See the glow around
See
the...
this white glow around here? That's not
it's
good.
around everything, basically.
Yeah, it's not good. And you also have where somebody painted some stuff where they didn't finish the paint job. You can see it's kind of dark there, dark here, dark here. This is not good. And
It's not
but
great light.
let's just say that they had done, they had fixed the glows and the sky didn't look artificial and all that stuff. The sun,
Is that
or
the
excuse
sun
me,
or
the moon. I'm sorry, I meant to say moon. The moon doesn't have any detail in it. It's just like a white dot in the sky.
It's
It-
too
it's-
small to be
It's-
recognizable
see,
as the moon.
It's overall, just by and large, it's really difficult to include the moon in your photos because unless the moon is
You
down
have to
toward
do
the
a double
horizon,
exposure or
and the only time you really the only time I've really seen good moon photos are zoomed. It's like in San Francisco when the moon is down toward the
Right, and
horizon
you zoom
line
in with
and
a
they shoot the
300 or
bridge
400
and the moon is big in the photo. When the moon's tiny in the photo, people don't know what it is.
There were some good shots from the Apollo too
Yeah.
of the moon,
Yeah.
but they were a lot closer.
they were closer.
Yeah.
But also there's not a good foreground. It's not a very compelling. This is kind of just.
It's not balanced. It's probably a
Yeah.
great place. It's hard
Yeah.
to do something
And
different.
it's shot in kind of icky light. I'll let you take this one, Matt.
I love the clouds. It's just so before we said having a foreground element's good. in this picture, having a foreground element is bad. It's just way too much.
Yeah, you know what we've talked about. We rarely will ever see a shot with branches sticking into the photo that are a good photo. The branches stick, and these are actually out of focus. So you have the foreground element. I don't know if you guys can see it at home, but the foreground element is literally just out of focus.
Yeah.
So it's a very pretty sky. It's not a good photograph, unfortunately.
I think it's a good try of finding some kind of a frame in a frame, but this is just too busy to to frame and to lead the eye to the really nice
I love
clouds.
the sky, though. I wish they had something really good in there, because...
So this is the other one.
Is it just houses?
No, there's mountains.
I know, but what's at is that just houses at the bottom?
These look like houses, yeah.
Yeah. So crop out the houses, but even then...
So here's what I would just tell this photographer for overall, is there's potential here, because there's a couple of times where you have they realize there's some light here, so there's some good light here, in there. That's kind of nice. There's some color in the sky. Here, there's a beautiful sky. Okay, we're not going to talk about that one.
That's twilight. That was like after the good light happened.
Yeah, that's after the good light, but it's a beautiful sky. But there's kind of a subject problem. We need a clear subject. Your shot was about this. You can't just say my shot was mountains. My shot was the sky. It has to be more specific than that. You know what I mean? It's like there needs to be a focal point where I know where to look at. This one is a post-processing problem, but even if it was post-processed beautifully, this one would have been enhanced by better light and a better moon. This one, there's something here. I don't want to, you know what I mean? It's like you just need to work a little bit more. It's you're getting there.
Yeah.
I think what I would advise this photographer is to think about what you want to say, what you want to tell with this picture, and
what's the
you
story?
You want to you get this feeling if you're in landscapes like this, you're overwhelmed and you get this feeling, and somehow you have to transfer that feeling into a two-dimensional picture and try to find the right techniques to make that work. And if you like this shot that we see right here, I really like the light on the mountains in the background, but it's just a very small portion of the frame, and the houses distract from it. And so you should probably go longer lens or crop it even more and focus more on that. Try to balance that out with those clouds, maybe underexpose it a bit, I don't know. But it has to start from what do you want, what did you feel at that moment, and then try to convey it. If you have like the feeling that it was extremely windy, then make sure that you include something in your picture that shows that it's windy, because people cannot feel that because by looking at the picture.
I would also say one other thing. I think that for a lot of people, like he doesn't really know what makes a good landscape picture. Go look at Jay Patel. Go to Google and search for Jay Patel, or go search for Bill Fortney. Go look at their images, and you'll go, oh. You know what I mean? It's like you got to have something that you're aiming for. Now, I can tell you, Bill Fortney. I don't know Jay Patel personally, but I know Bill Fortney. You know Bill. If you go see Bill out on location, Bill's not doing anything crazy. Bill's got a tripod and a camera. But Bill is out there at dawn. Bill, ooh, there's Bill. So there we go. Bill's out there at dawn. Bill is shooting in beautiful light. There is a clear subject. You know what I mean? It's like, here's another Bill's picture. Look at the light. Look at the light on the rocks. You know, there's a clear path. Look at how he leads the eye right down there. The pictures have a soft, beautiful quality to them. They're clean. In every one of them, the light is good. And if you want to call this a landscape photo, it's still in beautiful light. Travel, that would be maybe more travel. And Bill does a lot of travel. And look at the great reflection in the windows. But here we go. Here's out west, all right? Not taken in the best time of day, but that picture rocks. Wow.
There's a feeling in
Yes.
those pictures, and
Bill sees everything.
It's not too difficult to make a technically.
Can we go back to that last picture? HDR, but no glows. Right? It's HDR, but it doesn't have the crazy glows, doesn't have the crazy color. It's kind of a subdued, subtle HDR. But it's there, and it doesn't freak you out or anything. So, but go look at Jay Patel as well, and just beautiful work, and it'll kind of give you an idea of what you're looking for. Okay, let's move on. We've got some travel shots here. This is a very nice landscape. A travel shot. This would be more of a cityscape. I really like the way it's kind of framed with the rocks on both sides. I like that. I like the reflection in the water. I like the sky. If I had a choice, since the foreground isn't very exciting, this is not the clouds I think are quite interesting. I would rather see you crop this where there is more clouds and less. So let me just do that for you. I don't know why it won't. For some reason, it's not opening camera raw. It doesn't need camera raw settings. It should be able to open up. Oh, it might be a PNG or something like that, right? It's a PNG. It won't open. But I like to see it cropped where maybe the crop line's down here. That moves the horizon line down, but it's still a very nice photo. And taken in, beautiful light.
I kind of like that.
I like this one.
It's very, very simplistic, but it's almost a painting.
Right.
And
it has a feel.
Yeah,
it has a feel.
Definitely has a feel.
I'd love to see the sky a little bit darker, just for
Maybe,
more drama.
Yeah. You want to open a camera up there. And there are some elements here I like. I don't like the buildings leaning in.
Yeah.
The building.
I like the wide one better.
Yeah, I think the wide one is just kind of the same scene. It's better. And, well, that's interesting.
It's a very complicated shot.
It
Lots
is.
of things to see.
You have the long exposure with the car here.
Yeah.
With the tail lights and stuff. Looks like
trails.
almost a light painting. You've got star trails, and you've got this. This has got to be kind of a light painting, right?
Yeah.
He's light painted this. Looks like he's light painted some of the ground. And a car drove by at the wrong time or the right time.
Or
I'm
he
just
drove
kidding.
by in his own car.
Yeah, I don't know. He could have, right? But I like it. I like that shot a lot. All right, so good job. Good job. Good stuff. All right, let's see what we got next here. Nice. A little overprocessed, maybe a little too intense.
Saturation and everything
Yeah,
is
a little-
a bit. It looks like a badly processed film picture, but you know the composition and everything kind of works.
Compositionally, it's
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
good.
crazy about.
You have a glow going around. It's like been over sharpened.
I can't tell if it's bad light or just bad processing.
Yeah, let's see. Now, this is an infrared. It looks like a fake infrared.
Yeah.
Like it was done in Photoshop. It's not really done with an infrared camera.
This is also the kind of picture where there's too much in the frame that doesn't say nothing. The bottom third of the picture is not interesting at all.
That's a good
Right.
point.
And so it distracts you from what is in the picture, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's more
That one's
interesting
better.
to me, yeah.
Yeah. You got the reflection.
Yeah, I think this is the best one yet so far.
I don't.
It is.
I personally don't like black skies, which is maybe.
Yeah, that's
why I
an
don't like
infrared thing.
Infrared. And that again, I can't tell if it's bad light or just bad
I
processing.
think it's the
over
processing.
processed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, you know what it is? It's a saturation and sharpness. It's the colors are too saturated and there's too much
And
sharpness.
Here, well, you'll appreciate this. I can tell you the light's not great there, because if the light was really good there, there'd be photographers standing. In
Yeah,
front.
you'd have all these
There'd be
photographers all the way
so
lined
that's,
up.
That photo is taken after the good light happened, and all. It's about an hour after sunrise,
But at
and all
the
the photographers left.
At the same time, it's a very good exercise to just try it in that bad light and try to
Yeah.
make something out of it. It's way harder, but will make you a better photographer. I think that might work in black and white, that shot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might, and I would show you if I could open it. Well, I'm going to just hit Command O and just open it here and make it black and white. I think it is better in black and white.
Yeah.
Because the shapes are quite interesting.
Yeah.
It's just that the light and it feels like there's too much. There was very dark shadows and try to fill them in Photoshop or Lightroom or whatever, and then you get these weird colors if you pull them up
Can I
too much.
Can I tell you a tip that I learned for black and white? And you guys may have always thought this, but I kind of co-hosted a class with Dan Steinhardt and Josh Haftel from Nick Software, and they did a class called The Art of Black and White Printing. And so they asked me to be on this like round table to talk about our favorite black and whites, and I said I can't be on your round table, guys, because I don't really like black and white. But I'll be here to kind of I'll be here to facilitate a discussion between you. And so I did that, and they got me thinking a lot different about black and white. Where, one of the things that Dan said is black and white, because you only have really those two tones. He said you can really concentrate. You can really make someone concentrate on a part of the photo that becomes the white, because our eyes are drawn to the brightest part. And I never thought about it that way. And it made me think, that's why I always like my wedding photos. I think wedding photos look great in black and white because the bride's wearing a white dress and everything. Landscapes, I tend not to prefer to black and white because I love the colors in the sky. But that's a really good example, because you got all this stuff in the foreground that will draw your eye to.
It simplifies, and
yeah,
it also
does.
makes it
does
harder in a way. It's not like many people do. Like, if it doesn't work in color, I'll just transfer it, convert it into black and white, which is not.
Hey, your class got posted this week on KelbyTraining.com.
Oh, cool, it's up.
The Art of Black and White print. It just got posted. There it is. There's Matt, and looking all Matty-like.
Red cherish.
All right. Maybe they can pull that up and show it here in a second. You know what else, too? By being in black and white, it fixes his biggest problem, which was the oversaturation.
Yeah.
It still looks a tad over-sharpened, but I like it tremendously better here than that.
Yep.
So, good call.
Yeah.
All right, and let's go back to our images, and I think this is the best of the bunch. Same problem is that he chose to crop this, showing a very boring foreground, but the sky was boring too. But being that close to the top, it makes it feel a little claustrophobic. It's a little too. You need to have a little breathing room, and that would have some blue up there would have helped. In fact, there's a way to add blue. You can use the bluealizer. No, what I would do is let's steal that color, make it the background, and we'll just add a couple inches of height. That was nicely done.
Works like a charm.
Works like a charm. Now I have to do it the old-fashioned way. What the heck? Oh, am I in some crazy?
Whippersnappers used to do.
What's going on? Oh, I just filled it with white.
How are you, young man?
So, and this is not that's not pretty, but that's even worse. Hang on. Just trying to get rid of that line without like throwing a. There we go. It gives you a little better idea with some breathing room. It certainly would have helped. You know, there's a better way to do that, by the way, than I did. The better way to do that would be to make a rectangular selection of this, like this, and then go to free transform and just stretch. There we go. So that would be a better way. I stretched it.
Like a charm.
I stretched it too far, but. You get the idea. That gives you better breathing room than that.
It also
it's just
emphasizes the big rock, and it shows it the way it looks better and bigger.
You don't have big rocks in Belgium, right?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
But we had a king fall off one of the rocks and died. So.
That's why there's no
So
more
it's
rocks.
Big enough.
That's exactly
big enough, yeah.
why.
Since then we removed all rocks.
I think it was the right thing to do. All right, hold on.
We gotta move.
Yep, let's get through these. Okay. Wow, I like that. Oh, good. iTunes started. Nice. Here we go. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I love the way it leads you down the road. I love the trees. I love the little bits of light.
I like it.
Love it.
Where is it? Tell me.
That one left.
Yeah.
Bright part on the left attracts just a bit too much attention.
You
Just-
could take
you're right.
content-aware fill, and you could fix that.
Fix that in 2 seconds.
10 seconds. Maybe.
That was in Hawaii? You think? RC thinks it's in Hawaii.
RC's
Is
Hawaiian,
it? It's not that road in Maui that leads from.
The road to
It's
Hana.
not the
Haleakala?
no Pupunene Highway.
Oh, yeah. Could be.
All right, Pu'unene, not Pupu. It's Pu'u. Sorry, Pupu Highway.
I got a long exposure thing going right now, so I like this one.
Yeah, no, this is nice too. The only thing I don't like about it, honestly, is I don't like seeing the cars in the parking lot and all that kind of stuff.
You could crop that out.
Yeah,
I don't know if that part of the photo helps that much.
It's in Ireland. Yeah.
If only somebody
If
were
only
going to
if only we knew anyone going to Ireland next couple of weeks. Okay. Fireworks.
Again, the bottom right doesn't
no.
really help that picture.
Nah.
Well, fireworks photo is nothing great, and the only time they're really cool is when you have something really cool in front of them.
Like the Castle of Disney.
Yeah.
And that's very pretty. Looks like an Ireland thing. The Cliffs of Moher. I don't know if that's them, but it kind of looks like them.
I think it's the Road to Hana.
That's pretty. That's gorgeous.
But that
We're back to
one's
that one.
Definitely the best one.
Very nice. Good photographer. Good job.
Bad HDR.
That's
Yeah.
a car in the field.
Bad HDR.
truck in a
And
field.
it's a truck in a field. It's, you know what it is? It's just not a very interesting subject. It's a truck in a field.
Oh gosh.
I actually like this one
it's-
better, much better. It looks like a commercial
Yeah,
shot.
it looks like a commercial.
This,
like if that's what you're.
This says adventure, and
Yeah.
I got a bad taste in car color, but
But no,
it
the
feels
But
like
if you're adventure, you
Feels
like
The
that.
contrast is good, though. The green and the yellow.
A red one would have been even better.
Yeah, would have been the Christmas shot. This just needs some
A levels
post-processing,
adjustment?
a levels adjustment, and
Vignette.
a couple other things would, well, yeah. But if I go here, I have to do it the hard way. I like camera raw, but yeah, that might help a little bit. How about a little vignetting? We'll just go to multiply mode and cheat with a layer mask, and that's I don't know. Starting to look a little better here. So the original was here, and then 30 seconds later we're here. So it's a little better, but it's not bad.
It's a good exercise in slow shutter speeds, but
Yeah,
not
there
really.
you go. Hey, let's take it one step further. Let's see if we can make it fall. Let's go to lab color, go to apply image, and go to the B channel. Can we make it fall? It is fall. And let's do it again, and we can see if we can really get you to fall here. B channel. There we go. Now it's a nice fall shot. There we go. Beautiful. I remember it was such a beautiful fall.
It was.
All right.
Leaves on the ground, but.
But so not bad, but not taking home the candy.
I kind of like the colors in this one. It's not a-
You're on your own on this one, bud.
it's not a great composition or anything, but I can find it's like a almost monochrome image, and I hate selective color images, but I kind of like just the color, and sometimes it's just something that attracts you in a picture. And I think I have a file on my computer with I call it my inspiration folder, which has like 4,000 to 5,000 images in them that I just if I see something.
Oh, mine, by the way, right?
I would put this picture in my inspiration
You avoided
folder,
that.
not because it's a great picture, because I kind of like the color scheme
Yeah.
of the picture, and I have like very good pictures in that folder, but also just like colors or poses and stuff like that, and it's something that I would pick out because I like kind of like the contrast.
All right. So what would we say to this photographer to help them out? More interesting subjects wouldn't hurt. The last one has compositional problems. It's kind of messy, but I agree. The aqua kind of blue color, aquamarine or whatever you'd call that. I'm not sure what the color is, but
You know what happened? I mean, and I could see this happen. You're walking through those trees and you see this bluish color water, and you're like, "There's got to be a photo here, right?" You know, you see it, and
Yeah.
you're like, "That just looks cool."
It's
And
something,
sometimes it's hard because what looks cool when you're walking around doesn't always come across that way.
but
when
it's the kind of thing that I would say like, try again and try again and again and again, because there's something that works. Maybe it could be a nice portrait setting or whatever, but it's something that sometimes is worth exploring, and it's worth taking that picture, not as an end result, but as just a step along the way.
hey, there's a giant repository of places you can get inspiration. It's called Pinterest. There is 1 million photos of everything on there, and you can put together boards. You can put together a board of ideas. Now, if you're new to Pinterest or just getting into Pinterest, as luck would have it, my wife does a Pinterest show.
She just did it yesterday.
She just did it yesterday, but the free rebroadcast is running today. So if you go over to her G Plus page, so it's +CalibraKelby.com on Google Plus. You can watch the whole thing right there. She had a bunch of guests. Trey Ratcliffe was on there, and Ron Clifford, and a bunch of people. Tana Teal. It was great, really
Yeah,
great
very
show.
cool.
Lots of fun. There's a lot of fun to it, but they really made some really good, great discussions and stuff. So if you're into that, I got to plug my wife's show. All right. So here's some.
It's just a beach.
Yeah, let's little snapshotty. Snapshotty.
It's a beach. That's better.
That's better. That is.
It's a beach.
Beach.
Back to beach.
So these shots, if pretty much anybody walked up and took a shot, it would pretty much look like this.
Yeah.
There's not, you didn't capture anything special. It's a beach like anywhere. It's not even a very clean or pristine beach. And there's some black glows around your things, which means you're probably using an old version of Camera Raw or Lightroom
Or Topaz.
before the new stuff that would make the glows go away. Because in Lightroom 4 and in Camera Raw, those glows are almost gone.
Yeah.
So it looks like maybe it's processed using them. They're not bad pictures, but they're pretty much just, they're kind of snapshotty. They don't have a great like subject. They're nice pictures. These would be great on Facebook. This one has got some potential.
That's my favorite one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, a little longer exposure and stuff, and that's got some, and it's clean. It's a clean shot.
Yeah.
That one has, and some interesting colors and stuff. And this is, again, it was just like, oh, and there's the stairs to our condo
With glows.
with glows. All right, not bad, not terrible. We'll go on.
I think it's, again, kind of what do you want to
Better
tell
subjects.
with those stories? What is it that we want to feel or see? And I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
It's not like, you cannot say it's bad, but I don't feel.
It's not bad, but it's a shot of a rainbow, but it's not a beautiful rainbow.
Yeah,
it's not a beautiful rainbow in a beautiful place.
The
It's just-
composition of that rainbow also doesn't really work or help.
Right. Neither does the car with an ad on the back. Yeah. This one is like if you walked up on that street that night and you took your cell phone camera, you'd get a shot kind of like this. Same thing here. If you drove by and you took your cell phone, you took your iPhone camera and you looked up, it's
I think just the light on I suppose it's some kind of water tower or something.
Yeah, it's a water tower, yeah.
That might be very interesting if you go for like a very, very simplistic, clean image of just a very symmetric look, close look of the water tower. Then
Yeah.
it might work because it's an interesting shape, but
Yeah.
that's all it is.
We're always saying you got to be out there for sunrise, the good light, and you have to but the good light has to be on something good too.
yeah, the subject does matter.
But it kind of depends because I've never seen a water tower like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys see them all the time.
Yeah, we see them all the time.
I've never
Yeah.
seen in Belgium. They're definitely
That's
not
They're
like
shaped
that.
like beer glasses.
That's
aren't
like
they?
Yeah, they are.
That's
We
like
have
me-
beer towers. We don't have water towers.
It's like me taking a
drink
picture
water in
of chocolate,
Belgium.
and you're like, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is.
Water's what they
It is a shot dominated by power lines, which is not very attractive. So this is another one of those.
It's the best one of the group.
Yeah, it is, but it's the subject is power lines, which is the thing we would clone out
Or emphasize, if that's what you want
or
to tell.
emphasize, right? Now, take the power lines completely out of this, and it goes up another level.
Yeah.
So it needs a little you need some stuff. Need some stuff. Ooh, I like this.
That's nice.
I love atmosphere. So atmospheric effects, I absolutely love, and I just really
Can
like
you convert
this
it to
shot.
black and white?
Can I convert it to black and white? Yes, I can. Please hold. I like it better in color.
Yeah.
But nice shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, the crooked horizon line is an absolute killer. Crooked horizon line?
Got to border patrol, get rid of all the white stuff at the top,
Yeah.
fill that in with content aware.
It's just what Border Patrol is really looking along the borders and seeing, is there anything here that's pulling away from my image? That is definitely pulling away from your image. So you could cover two things at once here, and that would be to crop that away. At the same time, you straighten your horizon line. So this way you wind up with, well, I could have gone a little further here.
Just
Well, content aware
aware.
fill or something here. Let's just go here and say content aware. Wasn't the best content aware I've ever seen, but still better than what was there.
Yeah.
So that one just needs a little bit of work. But I kind of like the colors. It's a little dirty in the front, you know. It's not very clean.
Seems like a bit of a 80s soft focus filter
Yeah.
effect.
Soft tar.
That's nice. Nicer.
Yeah, it's nicer.
I like that one.
I do too.
But I think it
Nice
should
edge
have been
levels.
shot a bit more to the left to include like the complete sun, the complete tree. Maybe
Yeah.
there was standing something that we don't know that was
Yeah.
even more disturbing. But
Yeah, like a water
it would-
tower?
Yeah, a beer tower would
Beer
look more
collar.
interesting.
This would be my least of the group. It's cows. You got to do something really special to make a cow shot look good.
Ooh.
Now, if it was a shot of a burger, it's a whole different story.
Or beer.
Or burger beer. Very nice. Love the atmosphere. The sky's blown out and I don't even care. Very nice. Love the road and the lines. Nice. Nicer. Mm-hmm. Interesting sky. Interesting light.
Yeah, the whole.
That's nice. Wow, that's easy to get.
Yeah.
That's an iPhone shot. No, yowzer.
I have 10 of those shots.
Yeah. Very nice. Nice stuff. Good photographer. Nice stuff. Whoops. All right. Hey, we have more images to go through, but I think we'll probably take a break. Oh, look. I just got the international sign for break. It's either that or I'm going to break your arm. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we've got more images we're going to be going through. Bert will have more insightful stuff. You're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Very, very good. And Pete will still be here.
How's
Yes,
everything
I will.
going over there, Pete?
What?
How's everything going over there? Wake
Everything's
up.
going pretty good. You know, I decided since in honor of my lightsaber, I changed my chapeau to the space station chapeau, and my poodle is now an at poodle with Luke Skywalker coming up on the center. If you'd like this for a giveaway, let me know. I'll sign it and send it to you.
It's good composition.
An at poodle.
There you go.
You know what isn't good composition? Our screen.
Is it crooked again?
Level now.
No, it's level, but look how much headroom there is above our heads. That's better. Okay. And Meredith's walking over. Do I need to tilt this down a bit? So, tilty. That's not going to do it. All right.
She just wants you to
We're
take
going to take a
break.
short break. We'll be right back. When we come back, I bet the camera's tilted. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, RC here. I have a confession to make. I'm a photographer. I spend all my time taking pictures, but you know where those pictures don't end up? My walls. I don't do anything with them. We bought this house in December and there isn't that many prints up here, and you know what? It doesn't feel like home yet. Now, MPix is a contest that's going to help you with exactly that same problem. Go to mpix.com/hipmyhouse. You put in your email address and one of you guys is going to win a $5,000 shopping spree where you can get your entire house done up by MPix. Now, I don't qualify, so I actually had to go and bite the bullet and order a series of prints from MPix. I had my buddy Rich come in and mark some spots, and then I had my buddy Pete come in here, and little by little we were able to put all of these pictures up, and now all my photography is up on my walls. And that's the cool part about it. When I take all my pictures and I put them up there, it does make my house feel a lot like a home. And it can with you too. Make sure you check out mpix.com/hipmyhouse. Maybe you can win $5,000 to be able to do this to your home. Take care.
RC, I want to know what kind of money we're paying you to have a house like that. Somebody review his salary. He's being paid way too much. You're supposed to be living in like a very, very small studio apartment in Manhattan. Hey, welcome back. Hey, look, the screen's better, right? It's not, remember there was like this much headroom before?
I just have
Now
to watch
there's
out that I don't.
Yeah, you're so darn tall. Hey, MPix, that thing, that hip your house, or it's
a cool idea.
It's not pimp your house, it's hip your house. That's a really great idea. RC did a guest blog on my blog at scottkelby.com last Wednesday or last Tuesday, and it was very, very good, very entertaining and interesting. He kind of tells the backstory of what you saw on that ad. So if you get a chance, go to scottkelby.com and check it out. Let's look at some images real quick. This is not a landscape or
Travel.
travel, I guess. It's not bad.
It's sometimes the details you need to tell a story, a complete story. Might not be a picture that you would hang on the wall. At least
Right.
I wouldn't. But you sometimes need them to tell a story. So
Hey, that was a good burn. Okay. And then it falls apart.
yeah.
The white sky is. Take that aside. It's just there's nothing great there.
Yeah. So here's the thing. What do you do on days where there's just a crappy sky? You avoid shooting the sky like mad. So you could actually perhaps make a decent picture out of this by recropping it to where you don't really see, let me change to unconstrained, where you don't really see very much of the sky at all. And then you wind up with something more like that, which I think I would have been like, hey, that's kind of cool. When you have if you have a really bad foreground, a really bad sky, or a really bad something, you have to deal with it. You got to do something with it.
Get rid of it.
But what would also help in this case, and also to get rid of the skies, go like really low and shoot, fill the frame with the road, makes it interesting. Because
We can do that too.
usually, if you're working with these leading lines, it's usually better if you shoot from a lower angle. That makes them more impressive, and it makes you lead the eye much better than shooting from eye level.
So what if we shot more like this?
I can
Yeah, I
never
think
really.
Well, that's I
wide
went
angle.
too much.
You
How about
almost need a wide angle lens to
Yeah,
stretch it out.
all right? Well, that's better though.
but it's still the perspective.
Nah,
will
you're right.
change.
Perspective is it needs work, but not as much work as the one before. All right. It's a time of day problem. It's a subject problem. It's go look at Jay Patel and Jay Patel. Go look at Bill Ford, and you look at the softness and the kind of stuff there. They don't have any special stuff. They're not using like crazy gear that you don't have. It's not like they've got some unbelievable sensor that creates these shots. They're just willing to go to the place that's interesting, to shoot at the time that's interesting, and then they follow the basic rules of landscape photography. You know, shooting on a tripod and composition and
But
things.
like the photo you have up on screen now, that could have been Hillsborough State Park. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can do travel photography on that too, and I think.
If you're gonna silhouette something, it
it-
better be something cool.
Yeah, and fill it. I shot this morning. I saw it rained so hard when we came out of the hotel, and there was all these birds, and it stopped raining, and all these birds were sitting on lampposts, trying their wings like that, and it was kind of nice silhouette. But you have to fill the frame with it, and I can imagine with the palm trees. Now, the difficult thing I find when reviewing images is that you have no clue where this person, this photographer, is in his. In his progress of
His journey.
if you just start photography, then and if you shot this in manual, then I think you did a great deal and thing in just figuring out the exposure. But
Right.
if this is a professional photographer shot, it's just plain bad. So
Okay, so we need a little work there. A couple more here. It's kind of nice. I like the cropping, but
yeah,
a little bright for my tastes. Looks like Baltimore, maybe? I don't know. Looks a little snapshotty, kind of
Yeah.
cell phony. It's nice because of the angle, but it's not a nice sky.
it's also nice because of the subject. But
Right, it's a
if
beautiful
you-
subject.
But apart from the subject, I think the photography is not doing the subject any justice. This is better.
I like
Yeah.
this better.
But again, I would go for like a cinematic crop on this and have
Yeah.
a bit less water.
And
in it.
here's why: because when you're composing this shot, you're going to compose so there's more of the most interesting thing. You had a very interesting sky, but you showed me the boring water. So a much more interesting crop would certainly help this.
And you can take a bit of the left part off too, because there's this bright part on the edge of the frame.
Yeah, it's drawing your eye. That would make a much more compelling. So you're not focused on all this bad stuff. A foreground element would help too, but but not too bad. Okay, so there's some potential there. A couple more real quick. We're going to zoom through these next one because we only have like a minute left or so. Just one shot, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do a little spot healing, but this is like a golf course.
Yeah.
So I'd maybe get rid of this stuff and rid of this. But I just like the shot. Rolling hills, nice stuff. I kind of like it, and that was a quick one to get through. One shot. It's really hard to tell much about a photographer from one shot. I like this shot. It's a reflection of a tree. You can see the goldfish in the water, or what would those be? Carp in the water? Japanese carp?
Sure.
Tuna?
I'm Belgian, not Japanese, so I'm not an expert on those fish.
Okay, well, I am Japanese, and clearly I am.
They're dolphins, Brad writes.
They're dolphins, Brad says. Ooh, best shot of the day?
Oh, yeah.
Best shot of the day. There it is.
Yep, I like it.
Long exposure, nicely done, nice processing.
And there's a lot going
I'd
on.
vignetted a little
Lot
bit
going
more.
on. Yeah, maybe vignette a little
I'd
bit more.
vignetted a little bit more because it would help bring out the middle.
And
Let's do that.
the left bottom corner is a bit too bright, probably.
Yep, I'd clone out that little
Get rid of
stuff
that.
on the bottom left corner, but that's a nice shot.
That's a beautiful shot. Shot of the day. It's the shot of the day. Nice subtle HDR stuff. Wherever we go,
There you go.
whatever we do, it's a nice shot of the day. All right, beautiful. Well done. I got to think. If you take, I haven't seen any of the rest of the shots, but if you take one that good, I bet the next one's good too. Not as good.
And it's a good
Not bad.
reflection of the sky.
Yeah.
Awesome cloud, yeah.
Now, can I ask you something? How can the photographer that took this have taken this? Fabulous subject, fabulous. It's just, bridge at sunset. Fabulous, like, woo! Bridge, sunset. You're seeing something in this photo we're not seeing. So maybe it was that, remember, we had a great dinner that night, my
Yeah.
wife and I, we walked down to the pier.
that's what you saw.
And that's what you saw, and you're like, honey, well, we're just like, stupid-looking bridge with 3 stupid-looking things sticking up. I'm like, seriously, that's fabulous.
That's really good.
It's bridge. Ooh,
Nice
I like
one.
this.
Yeah. Nice.
I like
Foreground,
this. This is
sky,
all right.
light.
So we need the photographer that took this shot and this shot to talk to this guy. It's not a bad
And
shot,
honestly-
but it's just
and
there's some
honestly-
great stuff here.
Honestly, I can say it because he's got the ability. The second shot should come out of his portfolio.
Yeah, I would get rid of this one. I'd get rid of that one. These are great. This could use a little, maybe some saturation or something, quick in here just to contrast it up a little bit. Something like that, maybe a little clarity. And maybe a little pulling back the highlights. of the
Foreground,
sky.
yeah, nice.
So
I like
a
that
little
photo a lot.
Quick fix there would make it a little more love. But pretty good photographer. This photographer's got a lot of potential. He's capable of taking, or she's capable of taking some very nice shots.
Yep.
Snapshot. Looks like art. I like it.
Looks like a painting.
Looks like a painting. Kind of cool.
Yes.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
an interesting shot.
Yeah.
Interesting shot. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Don't be sad. Wow, yowzer. Ooh, nice.
I want that photo.
I want it,
I need it.
but I ain't no way I'm gonna shoot a long exposure. It's really late. Sing it, Pete.
So don't be late.
Pete, you always sing.
I know. I was actually going for. I was going to switch over to. It's all coming back to me, and that's what I was going to go. But I got tongue-tied. I blew it. I failed.
Pete
I
didn't know the song. That's what it was.
Note to self: don't.
I knew the song.
I so won the song game
Hey,
at once
no, you
today.
did.
I tell you
I
what,
won the song
Wait,
game.
Scott-
we're out of time, and this guy's good. Let's look real quick. Look, good. Look at that.
Nice, yeah.
Good.
Wow.
Good. This
Wow,
guy's
wow,
good,
wow,
good,
wow,
good,
wow,
good,
wow.
good. All good. Good photographer, good composition, good subjects. Well done. Well, good. I wanted to get 20. That's 18, 19. Good. A little gimmicky on the thing, but that's okay. Still good. I like this. Look, the way the light comes down. It looks like
leading.
that's good. I'm still
leading
going to give
beam.
it good. Good.
It's almost. Yeah.
Good.
I like that one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good photographer. Wow, we're getting some good photographers. Very good. Not just, nice everything. So sometimes people will criticize us later and they'll go, well, you didn't say what you liked about the good
like
ones. It's number one is if you just like it, you like it. But let's go back to this guy. What do you like about it? Everything is right with this photo. It's beautiful colors, beautiful sky, beautiful composition, shot at the right time, perfect post-processing.
And
what do you like about this one? Beautiful subject, beautiful sky, shot at the right time,
Well
little
lit.
light pain going on, well lit. There's, this interesting sky. I mean, each one of these.
And so many people, especially with these night photos, don't realize you don't just get that any night. Any clear night. I mean, the Milky Way's got to be, it's got to be in the right place. Yeah, it's got to be milky.
Here's the last one.
And then
there was this one.
there's bad HDR.
Bad, glowy. Look at the glows around the rocks here and stuff. It's unfortunate. Next is power lines and in bad light. Then you have, this is the most interesting one. It's got a little like Instagram effect. It's kind of okay. And this one is the HDR, and that's not bad. And it's not terrible HDR like that is. But all right. So hey, I want to close with this one thought here, and it's this, because it's kind of based on something that we've seen. So we'll do this. People go, oh, all you talked about was the bad ones. You didn't show any good ones. We did show some good ones. I think we had some good photographers on this show.
I think we had some of the best, actually.
So over the years, I've been on a panel of people that judge the Photoshop World Guru Awards. I haven't been in the last few years, but I used to be on every one of them. And we tried to mix it up. We had men and women judging the contest together. They'd both be judging it. And so we'd sit in a room, and it's always blind. We never know who did which shot, right? Because we don't want to be, because we know a lot of NAP members, and we'll go, oh, that's Frank. I love that guy.
Yeah.
So we sit in a room. It's a dark room. We bring up their images like this on screen, but it's just a big long string of them because we don't have to go by folder, and we just look at them. And here's how it would go in the. Let's say there's 10 of us judging, and I would hit the right key. Be quiet. Then someone would go, ooh, I kind of like that one. Quiet. That's not bad. Ooh. The whole entire room at one time.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room, men, women, whoever they were, whatever style of photography they were into, you knew that's a finalist right there. You just mark it, boom, finalist.
Yeah.
Because when it's right, it's just right. And the thing about it is, when it's right, you know it in a split second. The whole room didn't pause for 2 seconds and then go, ooh. As soon as it was like this, ooh. It's a split second decision. When we looked at this guy's stuff a minute ago, number 18, no. Yes, number 18. As soon as his shot came up on screen, it was a ooh, and I went even more
the next
ooh
one,
for the next one. Ooh, it's like there's a certain something about a photograph when it's right. And I know what you're saying, but you're not telling us what is right. Actually, we're trying to tell you what is right. Is like when we talk about his color, the light, the composition, sometimes it all comes together. And those are the images that wind up winning Guru Awards, is when it all does come together, when everything just kind of clicks and stuff. And sometimes, honestly, it's hard to explain what it is.
I think that very often non-photographers are better at picking the good images because they're not attached to techniques and stuff like that.
Right.
And when I review, lots of people ask me to review some of their images, and the first thing I do is review on feeling. Do I like it or do I not like it? And photographers, definitely men, have tendency to look at, is the horizon straight? Is it well exposed? Is there nothing blown out? But the first thing that you have to do is, does it speak to me? Do I like it? And then you can see why I like it, and then you get into the technical part.
Then you can back out why the reasons
and
are.
usually you can get out, I don't like it because the sky is not good, subject's not good. It's all technical stuff.
But you
the
know instantly you don't like it.
The first thing has to be, because that's, most of us don't shoot for photographers. We shoot for the general public, and they don't care about the technique, but they just want to know, does it speak to me? And I think as photographers, we should also first learn how to look at images and first look at, do I feel something? Do I feel it's good? Instead of immediately going to the technical part, which some photographers tend to do.
Right, and it's a lot of what we do here, because we're trying to give photography instruction. So it is a lot of what we're looking at. Well, here's what you would have changed. Here's what you would have fixed in post. So for here, a lot of it is that. And also, by the way, there's definitely a difference between what the public perceives as a good shot and what photographers perceive. If I wanted to impress the public, non-photographers, if I show a photo of a lighthouse, I don't care where it is or what it looks like. They
Everybody
lose
loves
their
it.
mind. Oh my God, it's fantastic. If I show the main lighthouse, there's a lighthouse in Maine that every photographer shoots. It's like a passage of being a photographer. Have you been to Maine yet? No. Ooh, sorry. Other photographers would be like, oh, you shot that at a workshop? Yeah, it's been done to death and all. But the public would shower you with money.
Yeah.
Hey, it's prize time. Pete, we're way over, so let's prize it up, buddy. What do we got? Photoshop World ticket?
Yep.
My
Okay.
new book. 2 copies. Can we do 2 copies of my
You
book?
want to do 2 copies? That's
Yes,
just
sir.
crazy. That's
It's
wild stuff there.
ludicrous.
Let me put 2 copies here. Okay, so on my official list here, giveaways today, we're going to have 2 passes to Photoshop World. And then we're also going to have Scott's new book.
No, it's the opposite of that. It's 1 pass to Photoshop World, 2 books.
Oh, my dyslexia kicking in. 1.
Just like
Two.
you're throwing around $599 pretty much like
Hey,
it's nothing.
It's not my money.
$599?
Okay, so 1 pass to
$54.99.
Photoshop World in Vegas and 2 of Scott's brand new book, CS6 for Photographers. Beautiful book, great book, written by a humble and quite sexy man. And finally, this wonderful piece of artwork signed by me. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to send in your name, your email, and which prize you want. Now, the artwork's already given away, so you're going to have to choose between the others.
All right, now, people won't be able to see their email, right? You're going to cut
No,
off
I've
the
already turned it
public
off.
moderating. It's already turned off.
Yep.
So if you put your email, it won't be out there. Hey, Bert, thank you very much. You were wonderful to have here. Very, very
Glad
insightful.
to be here.
Thanks, man.
And we take back everything that we said at the beginning of the show about Belgian photographers, because you alone have redeemed the entire Belgian photography community.
Yes.
Can we type up the website where if anybody wants to catch your West
your
Coast, West Palm Beach thing?
Yeah.
Do you have
Flavio,
like a link?
Flavio,
Yep, Flavio.
Then
Flavio, Martin,
no,
M-A-R.
X.
Flavio
X Martin.
Martins.com.
No. Flavio,
Flavio. X.
X.
Martin. Dot.
Not Martian.
Martin. Dot. Com.
Let's give that one a whirl.
Martins.
Martins.
Hey, you should buy Martin too.
And in the bottom, there's a link.
There you go.
And I want to thank Flavio for inviting me to
Scroll
do this
down the
workshop.
bottom. There's
Scroll
a link.
down. There's a link. Workshop. Right there.
Featured workshop. Lower, 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 lower. Yep, that's me.
There
That's
he
you?
is.
That's
July 20th to
'Cause
22nd, West Palm
That
Beach.
guy looks good.
Yeah.
Now, that guy looks very. Are you sure that's you?
It's
Did RC
a lot
retouch that?
of Photoshop work
I don't
on
think
it.
there's enough Photoshop to create that photo. I think there's like actual plastic surgery.
All right.
And then I had it undone.
You had it undone. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to MPix, our sponsor, for letting us do the show. Thank you to Pete.
Merci, Pete.
Yep.
Bonjour.
Merci beaucoup. That's all I got. Sorry.
Thank you, Brado. Meredith.
I know.
Thanks,
Wani.
Scott.
Brandon, I think somewhere. RC.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
You're a special guy. All right. Thanks, Bert. And thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week right here on The Grid.
This week's episode of The Grid is sponsored by Impix. Shoot today, upload tonight, we ship tomorrow. Manfrotto. Imagine more. On One Software, software that gets you back to shooting.
Adorama, more than a camera store. And Tiffin, helping create the world's greatest images.